So I'm with Simon Bartram. Simon is the tennis director at the Toronto Lawn Tennis Club in Toronto.
Yeah.
You're a coach 4, you're a club pro 3, you're heavily involved in our certification system. You're a former tennis professional. You're here at the Glencoe Club in Calgary running this workshop. One of the fascinating things for me that you brought up today was, why don't we have more women professionals in our industry? Can you talk a bit about why women are not more involved in our profession, the effect of women in our profession?
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. We're even the numbers drop off in junior tennis for girls playing junior tennis, and they drop off quickly. And I guess it's not really exclusive just to tennis; it could be other sports as well. In fact, I know it's other sports as well. But we would like to have a lot more women involved in teaching. We'd like to have more women involved in leadership positions as well. And the numbers are growing for sure. They're getting better and better. Even in the certification process, all the coaching courses, there's more women involved, which is great. It's just today was more of an awareness of like, look, we just got to make sure that we are giving women the opportunity to lead different programs. Their involvement is just helping foster more young girls playing tennis. It's just something that we just need to keep our eye on and make sure that we're not excluding their opportunities to do it. And as to why, I understand the natural things of I want to leave and get out of it for a short while to go ahead and raise kids and raise a family. I get that too, but guys are staying at home and raising families too, and the women can get out and teach. It's just their choice, and I understand the maternal instinct of a mother wanting to stay at home as well. That makes complete sense. But if we can create flex hours and things like that, we can certainly help them in that regard.
Right. It was really interesting for me when we discussed earlier today in the workshop. You kind of had a 3-prong approach to how you hire, what you look for. Can you describe that?
Yeah, it's the 3-pronged approach is essentially what you do, what you know, and who you are. And I kind of look at those things, and they kind of define you as a tennis professional, and what you know as far as your ability to teach and things like that, and even involve and work within a club environment, even all the things off the court, what you do, how you execute that, and then ultimately who you are, and that's really the biggest skill, if you like. And to define that skill, it's really a bunch of intangibles. It's a bunch of things like define you as a person, and so in an interview process or in as far as investigating that person, it's really trying to get an idea of who they are as a person. Do they get it? Do they get what this job is all about?
Right.
Do they have that high level of integrity? And if it's there, it does a lot to their ability to be successful as a tennis professional, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what's happening with Canadian tennis. Why are we seeing a boom, not only in participation numbers? The professionals we have are aspiring to higher levels that we've never seen before. We've got pros that are in the top 50. We also have emerging pros breaking through.
Yeah.
What's happening in Canadian tennis right now? Why is this happening now?
Well, I don't think it's about anything that's happening, that we're doing anything different now. It's probably what we did different about 10 or 12 years ago. Is we as a nation decided to get serious about developing tennis players. Had goals set forth, how many players we'd like to have in the top 200, players in the top 50. Dare we even say we'd like to compete for Davis Cup and Fed Cup titles? Yeah, we put that out there, and that was back then 10, 12 years ago. So to be honest, I don't think these things happen overnight. It's like it was a vision, it was a mission statement back then, and we're just kind of seeing the fruits of that labor now. It's just how it works. It doesn't happen quickly, but we have, to your point, that having those players playing at the highest levels has created more participation, has given more people opportunities to participate in tennis, has stimulated a bunch of younger kids to play tennis. To my point, we're talking about earlier, there's a lot of kids that are 9 and 10 years old picking up rackets and hitting one-handed backhand all because of Denis Shapovalov, which is kind of cool.
Right. Hey, Simon, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and welcome to the Glencoe Club and to Calgary. And it's been great having one of the greats in our industry here at the club, and I really enjoyed the workshop today. So thank you.
It was fun. Thank you very much.
Good on.